Welcome to Royal Cast. Meghan's half-sister Samantha sue her to court for defamation of reputation. But before we continue, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you do not miss any of our upcoming videos. Samantha Markle's lawyers claim they have a viable defamation case against Meghan because they have actual proof of the falsity of statements she made. Samantha is suing the Duchess of Sussex for allegedly peddling a rags to riches story on Oprah, as well as comments in the book Finding Freedom as part of a campaign to destroy her reputation. While Meghan's legal team claims the claims she made on Oprah were based on how she felt, and that she did not write Finding Freedom and thus cannot be held liable, Samantha's counsel claims she was labeled a liar as a result of what was said, which they claim was based on falsehoods. This is a viable claim because we have actual proof of the falsity of these statements and that Meghan Markle made these statements, Jamie Sasson of the Ticktin Law Group told Newsweek. They were made directly on Oprah. And Mrs. Meghan Markle geared the inclusion of these items in Finding Freedom via email. It would have been a different story if we hadn't had the email. What's missing in this whole thing is that they are acting as if there was no harm from the statements that were made, he concluded. We clearly stated in our complaint the harm done to Samantha Markle by being labeled a liar. She is now being referred to as Meghan's lying sister, despite the fact that she has never lied about anything. Samantha, Meghan's father's daughter, claims in a court document that the Duchess of Sussex launched a premeditated campaign to destroy her and her father's reputation. She claims her sister attempted to undermine their credibility so that they could not interfere with or contradict the defendant's false narrative and fairy tale life story. She also claims Meghan lied when she claimed she essentially raised herself from virtual poverty and had to work low-paying jobs since she was 13 to make ends meet. Meanwhile, Samantha, 57, lashed out at her sister's friend and biographer Omid Scobie, calling Finding Freedom a book of lies. Samantha criticizes Scobie and Carolyn Durand's book, Finding Freedom, calling it her sister's fairytale life story. She claims the book caused her reputation substantial and irreparable prejudice, injury, and harm. She disputed a number of texts in her biography, including the fact that she dropped out of high school. Meghan's lawyer previously argued that the lawsuit was baseless and that they would give it the minimum attention necessary. Scobie also denied the allegations. Meghan's attorney slammed Samantha's claim that Meghan lied about growing up as an only child in their latest round of legal documents, claiming it is how she feels despite having two half-siblings. It's difficult to imagine a more personal and subjective feeling than how one remembers their childhood. Furthermore, plaintiff's opposition ignores the context of the statement, in which Ms. Winfrey inquired about Meghan's relationship with plaintiff. Meghan's response, "I grew up as an only child," was obviously not meant to be an objective statement that she had no genetic siblings. Mr. Sasson, on the other hand, told Newsweek that his team intends to argue that being an only child is not subjective, adding, "You're either an only child or you're not." He claimed that as a result of Meghan's comments, his client was perceived as a liar by the general public, who accused her of making up a story claiming that she was Meghan Markle's sister when, in fact, she truly is. Meghan also dismisses Samantha's complaints about information in Finding Freedom, a book by her friend Omid Scobie, saying Meghan can't be held liable for its content because she didn't write it. One of the pieces of information reported to have been supplied by Meghan was that Samantha lost custody of all three of her children from different fathers. Meghan did not make the statements, she cannot be liable for them. It is that simple, her lawyers say. Mr. Sasson told Newsweek that they will argue Meghan instructed that certain elements were included in the book. Referring to the Duchess by her first name throughout the documents, her lawyers asked the court, in sum, Meghan's motion to dismiss should be granted, as should her request for attorney's fees, costs and other relief. The sisters are thought to have last seen each other in 2008, but they have butted heads over versions of their childhoods in recent years. Samantha's rocky relationship with Meghan exploded into public view after her sister's engagement to Prince Harry was announced in 2017. She was quoted by journalists as saying the Queen would be appalled and called her a Dutcher on Twitter. She gave numerous interviews attacking the Duchess but has since backtracked and complimented her. Samantha also released a book about her sister last year titled The Diary of Princess Push's Sister, a Memoir, Part 1. It lays bare details of the Markles' upbringing, including the rivalry when their father was still married to the actress's mother Doria Ragland. But Samantha also writes of her adoration for Meghan as a baby and described the infant as biracial, beautiful, and was both the color of a peach and a rose. A judge is set to rule on Meghan's filing to have her half-sister's lawsuit dismissed with no date set for when the ruling will be delivered. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more.